Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney, and the Ice Hog season is now legal to drink, which is a very good thing because after this last game, I kind of need a drink myself. That's a joke because it was game 21 of the season. If you have to explain the joke, it's not very funny, is it? But before I get to all of that stuff, if you haven't seen the latest podcast episode, Jacqueline and I opened a gift that was sent to us by one of our Twitter pals, Tyler. He sent us 2 pucks. They're signed by Patrick Kane and Victor Stahlberg. And he sent us a hockey card, which is a Dylan Strome card from when he was with the Erie Otters. That is also signed. Since you're already here on the YouTube and the podcast episode is up now, you can check out us opening that box in the latest episode, which is the trade deadline episode, if that makes it easier for you to find it. Thank you once again, Tyler. We greatly appreciate it. It made us feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And Tyler's one of the OG listeners to the podcast, so that's pretty cool. We love having you around, bud. So now that we got the positivity out of the way, let's talk about this game from the Ice Hogs tonight, shall we? Now, kids, you can say it along with me. This game was one that you want to ball up into a little ball, throw it into the garbage, and set it on fire. It's back. I should put that on a t-shirt at this point. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I'd probably wear it. I'd wear it every time they have one of these games that you throw in the garbage and set it on fire. Anywho, let's go over the questions I have for this game to talk about how it went down. Don't know where the weird accent came from. Hopefully that goes away throughout the video. Clearly I'm losing my mind. Maybe I do need a drink. Question number 1. Will the Ice Hogs get the first goal? Yes, they did. They got the first goal again. I told you they've been on a streak for that. And not only was it the first goal of the game, it was a short-handed goal. And no, it was not scored by Chris Wilkie. It was scored by Josiah Slavin. I'm telling y'all, he's been the best player on the ice since he joined the team out of college. It's hard to sleep on the kid if I keep talking him up, but I'm gonna tell you now, do not sleep on Josiah Slavin. He's a good one. That goal came 3 minutes and 26 seconds into the game. It looked like the Hogs were off to a great start. They were outplaying Iowa. They were out shooting Iowa. They came out with all sorts of fire and motivation in that first period, and they got the first goal. And not only was it nice because it was shorthanded, but it was just a great goal in general. There was a board battle going on in the neutral zone. Josiah Slavin managed to get the puck and pull it off the wall. He darted into the offensive zone. He was on a 2-on-1. I don't know who else he was with. I think it might have been Michael Krudel. But Slavin said, nope, I'm doing this myself. And as he was coming down the right wing, he just sniped that puck past the goaltender. That was a shot. And it went in. The Ice Hogs were up 1-0. Until they weren't. 9 minutes and 3 seconds into the first period, Damian Giroux got on the board for the Iowa Wild. Cale Morris made the initial save. The rebound went out to his blocker side, and Giroux was just right there in the perfect spot to tuck it past him. It was a great initial save. Cale started the game looking great. And yes, Cale Morris got the start in this game, in a game that is not the second half of a back-to-back or the first half of a back-to-back. But Matt Tompkins is up on the taxi squad, so there you go. I'm not gonna blame Morris for that one. It does suck when the rebound goes up right to the attacking guy and he's able to put it past you. He almost had the save on the rebound shot. But how they got to that, the Ice Hogs had the puck in the offensive zone and they just weren't controlling it, throwing it to nowhere and no one. They turned it over in the middle of the zone at the blue line. Both defenders were caught flat-footed. Ian Mitchell tried to get back, but he couldn't, and Cale was all alone. And oh my god, he almost had it. At first, it did look like he got that second shot, and then the goal horn went off, and we knew that he did not. So that was a bummer. You know what else was a bummer? The way the Ice Hogs ended the first period. I said they came out in this one looking like the better team. They had all the momentum and the pace, and they were just looking great, out shooting the other team, blah, 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 blah. Got the first goal of the game, gave up the next goal of the game, blah, 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 blah. Well, at 15:55 of the first period, Isaac Phillips took a tripping call. Okay, no big deal. Ice Hogs have to kill off a penalty. They've done it before, they could do it again. Although their penalty kill is like 28th or so in the league. It's not too great, but I mean, they've killed some. Yeah, that's all fun and games until 7 seconds later, Garrett Mitchell tries to just clear the puck out of the zone, because that's what you do on the penalty kill, but he clears it too hard. It goes all the way down to the other end of the ice, to the other goaltender, but not to the other goaltender, above the other goaltender, and not just above the other goaltender, but into the net above the other goaltender. So that's a delay of game call, because he shot it from his defensive zone and it went out of play all the way at the other end of the ice. Garrett, I appreciate that you have the strength to do that, but maybe it's not the time? So if you're keeping track at home, I said that was 7 seconds after Isaac Phillips' penalty. So the IceHogs had to kill off 1 minute and 53 seconds of 5-on-3 time for the Iowa Wild. And guess what? They friggin' did it! They killed it off with the help of a miraculous save from Cale Morris. There is a GIF and a video of that over on our Twitter account if you want to go check that out. The link to our Twitter account is in the description down below. But oh my goodness, that was another one where he made the first stop, but he was just kind of all sorts of sprawled out, and the guy took a shot off of the rebound and he got that one too. It was wild. Iowa Wild. But it didn't go in their favor. It went in Cale Morris's favor and the favor of the IceHogs, and they went into the first intermission tied 1-1. But then the rest of the game went in the favor of the Iowa Wild. 9 minutes into the second period, Will Bitton got on the board for the Wild. He took the initial shot from the bottom of the right circle. Cale Morris made the initial save. He couldn't locate the rebound. He thought it went to his right. It went to his left. Bitton followed his shot and put the rebound in behind Morris. And again, there was no defender to be found. Cale was all alone. So that sucks. You can't blame him for that one either. Of course, you want him to not give up a rebound and be able to locate the rebound if he does give it up. But where's the defense? I'll put part of that on him, part of that on the defense. Just to be fair, because, you know, I probably would have blamed a different goaltender for that one. I like to be fair sometimes. That brings us to 12 minutes and 50 seconds into the second period when Mason Shaw got on the board for Iowa. There's a lot of things that I have to say about this one. Well, not a whole lot of things, but some things. So Will Bitton, the guy who scored the second goal of the game for the green team, he was in front of Cale Morris, providing a screen. Mason Shaw took the shot from the point. It was a very good shot. It beat Cale Morris clean. But after it went in, the Rockford goaltender was not very happy. He thought he was interfered with. When they showed the replay, it looked like Bitton had run into him. He was arguing for it. Cody Franzen was arguing for it, but without a second thought, they just dropped the puck and continued play. So then I was rather confused, and I'm over here thinking, can they not challenge that for goaltender interference? So I pulled up the 2020-2021 AHL rulebook, and coaches can't challenge for goaltender interference. Did you know that? I didn't know that. If you're gonna have coaches challenges, why not just have it the same as in the NHL? That would just make too much sense now, wouldn't it? So, since they can't challenge it, the officials thought it was a good goal. It stands as a good goal, and it was 3-1 Iowa. And that is how the game remained going in to the second intermission. So then we have the third period. The Rockford IceHogs are down by 2 goals. You think they want to come out with that fire and that intensity and that motivation that we saw to start the game. They looked great in that first period. Nope. What we got in the third period was a team that was throwing weak passes to no one and nowhere, often causing a turnover, giving the other team a chance at our goaltender. And when they weren't doing that, they were just holding on to the puck way too long. Iowa was able to swarm them and get the puck off of them. Again, they were down by 2. The score was 3-1 in favor of Iowa. The Rockford IceHogs had 6 shots on goal in the third period. That, my friends, is just not good enough. So that's how the score happened. Question number 2. I almost forgot there were more questions after talking about how all that went down. It was a very stressful game, y'all. Can they manage to lessen the shots on goal gap? So the last game against the Chicago Wolves, they won that game, if you recall, and the shots on goal were 33-17 in favor of the Wolves. Yeah, riddle me that one. But tonight, they did not outshoot their opponent, of course, because that's just not what they do. The IceHogs out shooting their opponent? Come on now. But the shots on goal were 33, that seems to be consistent, to 28. That is 11 more shots than they took on the Wolves in the last game. So, gotta give it to them. They did lessen the gap. Question number 3. Will Brandon Peary be in the lineup? You heard the score, right? It was 4-1. Clearly, Brandon Peary was not in the lineup. Why was Peary not in the lineup? I don't know. I never know. Apparently the Blackhawks just feel like he looks real good on the taxi squad. I happen to think he looks real good when he's playing for the IceHogs and scoring hat tricks. I don't have the answers for this season. You'd think I should since I'm asking the questions, but I do not have the answers as much as I would like to think that I do not. So no, Brandon Peary was not in the lineup tonight. Can you just see my sanity oozing from my ears? Because I can feel it. So, once again, ball up that game, throw it in the garbage can, set it on fire. Here are my 3 questions for the next game. That one coming this Saturday against the Chicago Wolves. We're having fun here, aren't we, guys? Question 1, will they play for the full 60? You already know they didn't tonight. They played a very good first period. The other 2, I don't know where they were. That was not the same team out there for the final 2 periods of the game. So if they are going to win this Saturday night game against their biggest rivals, their I-90 rivals, the Chicago Wolves, they're going to need to play the first period, the second period, and even the third period. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? Who would have thought? A hockey game is 3 periods? Whoa. Question 2. If Tim Söderlund is in the lineup, will he take the open shots? Oh, Tim Söderlund would be a lot more effective this year if he stopped trying to be Patrick Kane. He'll get the puck in the offensive zone. He'll be able to hold on to it for a little bit, but he just takes it for skates around the zone like Patrick Kane does. Except he does not score like Patrick Kane does. Oh, no. He just gives up the puck and it goes the other way. Of course, Kane also does that a lot, but he makes up for that by also scoring a lot of goals and getting a lot of assists. He's got 40 assists on the season so far, so I mean, but Timmy doesn't. So he had a lot of chances tonight where he had the puck and he had a wide open shooting lane at the goaltender. Of course, maybe he doesn't want to take the shot if the goalie can see it, because if a lot of goaltenders can see the shot, they'll stop the shot. But he could have shot for the pads, maybe get a rebound, since there were 2 rebound goals that went in for Iowa against the IceHogs. This is just one of my biggest gripes about this year, and there's a lot. But Timmy, you gotta just simplify your game, bud. Question 3. Can the IceHogs outshoot their opponent? They've only done it twice this season. This next game is game number 22. So you can do the math. I don't have a lot of other questions to ask after that game because it was just pretty forgettable and pretty bad. So we will go into Saturday wondering if the IceHogs can outshoot their opponent, the Chicago Wolves. And there you have it, my friends. You have my sanity in your laps because it's definitely not in my head anymore. And those are my 3 questions for Saturday night's game against the Chicago Wolves. Do you have any questions heading into that game? Any questions of the season as a whole? Are there any other IceHogs players you want to hear more about? I would be glad to tell you my thoughts on them. Clearly, I have a lot of thoughts floating around up here. If you want to hear more from me or from Center Ice, you can head on over to FromCenterIce.com. There are links to everything that you can explore. And like I said, we just recorded another podcast on Monday night after the trade deadline. I am editing that tonight. It will be out before this video is, so you can go and check that out if you haven't listened already. If you're a social media person, you can follow us on all of the social media platforms. Those are all linked for you down in the description. All of that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for witnessing my slip into insanity. I hope you have enjoyed it, because I haven't. I mean, I enjoy posting videos for y'all, that's pretty fun, but I have not enjoyed the rest of this. It's fun when the IceHogs win and when they score goals, but when they don't win and they only score 1 goal, it's not very fun. Anywho, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this. Give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. That would make me very happy. Let's hope for an IceHogs win, the 2nd win of the season against the Chicago Wolves on Saturday, and I will catch you all after that one. Bye, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to catch more From Center Ice content. If you could, hit the like button on this video, maybe share it with a friend or 2, and while you're here, check out the podcast playlist and catch up on some old episodes. We will catch y'all next time. Bye!